PLAD. So a little bit of a history, okay, a little bit of background. I started in real estate about 20 years ago. My name is Eli Ruimi, CEO, co-founder of this company, PLAD, and I started in doing vacation rentals. So my business was focused first in the vacation rental business, as you could see here on my screen. Is everyone seeing my screen? Yes? Okay. So the vacation rental business, doing short-term property management. And then in about 10 years ago, I got into manufacturing. So I built this factory in Shandong, and it's a 250,000 square foot facility. And I built the glove, we built a glove brand, a nitrile glove brand called Nitrilium. And so this is how we got started and set up in overseas in Asia. And so we obviously had to open up a Chinese corporation. We have some Chinese partners. And this enabled us to really get into the market, in the US market, and fulfill and help state and federal government contracts for the medical space. Okay. So once COVID hit, we realized our vacation rentals became illegal. And we had to come up with a solution and a plan in order to make to have vacation rentals scalable. And the property, at first, my business became illegal, and people could not rent out and do Airbnbs with their properties. It was illegal in the state of Florida during COVID. So we also decided that the real estate market also went extremely high in South Florida. Properties doubled. And so we had to, at that time, I had sold a lot of my vacation rental properties. And I said to myself, how do I now accumulate or build or get more properties? I'm not going to do the 1031 exchange, because I actually, I consider that the 1031 scam change, because what you're doing is you're forced to sell your property. You're selling your property, and you're forced to use that money and spend it again on more real estate within 90 days. Only making you buy again at the peak of the market. The whole idea of buying low, sell high doesn't make sense with the 1031 exchange. So we decided and said, you know what? We helped government. Let's reach out to our government and ask if they need housing. Let's come up with a solution for housing. And this is where we went ahead and created PLAD. Now, PLAD is a company that manufactures all of its components, plumbing, electrical, welding, all overseas. We bring in all of our products into the United States ready to assemble. So we have semi-prefabricated models, and we have also models that are completely prefabricated. The idea is that the homes are all made of steel, and so they are better and longer lasting than wood and concrete. And we'll get into that into a moment. The idea is to create sustainable living, economic growth, and affordable housing solutions where we can actually manage and find a way to bring in housing into the US market at a tenth of the price for not a tenth of the speed, not a tenth of the price, I wish, but a tenth of the speed. And we can also build at a quarter of the price, building more rapidly. And our factory, because we bought a steel production line of steel, we're able to have a production line that can facilitate up to 160,000 square feet a month of housing. That's equivalent to over 500 homes a month that could be built in our factory. We also have other solutions like solar and other off-grid solutions, but the idea is to create a turnkey solution that can be deployed fast and scalable, energy efficient. All of our building components are built according to the Florida Building Code of 2023, the American Society of Civil Engineers, American Iron and Steel Institute, and ASTM International. We do testing with Intertek. A lot of our testing with Intertek is internationally recognized. So our products can be deployed and installed and approved anywhere in the United States and anywhere in also major parts of the world. We also work with Mythic Engineering and SGS, And these are some of the key features of our products. So just to tell you, first of all, just to go back to this, our products can be installed at the moment everywhere in the United States, everywhere in Florida. We have Florida engineered stamp plans, with the exception of right now at the moment of Miami-Dade and Broward, because they require high velocity hurricane zone testing, which we're doing right now, and we hope to have done within the next 90 days. But again, our products are built to Miami-Dade standard and code. As you can see, we've got our soundproofing of over 60 decibels, snow loads, good for New York, Canada. We did just open an office in Ontario. Our shelf life is over 50 years tested, which means that you'll probably get over 100 years into your product. Anti-corrosion of 20 years, wind resistance of 185 miles per hour. Of course, when you hit your 20 years in your corrosion, you can always, something can always be maintained, just like you have to maintain concrete or wood. Your seismic resistance for, for earthquakes is grade 9, and a fire resistance of starting at half an hour. We do have fire resistance up to 60 minutes. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have seen, this is one of our models on the left. It's called the Omni. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen these Amazon tiny homes. All it is a luxury shed. And it's very important that all of you who've seen these, unfortunately, have created some very bad press for us, because when people see our prefab homes, they think of the model on the right. And let me tell you, there's some key differences in what these homes are. The first is the, if I can ask you to mute yourself, Lorianne, thank you so much. The first is the one on the left is 13,000 pounds. So it's over 10,000 pounds in weight of steel. On the right, the model you buy on Amazon for $20,000 or $30,000 is a weight of 2,000 pounds. That means that the smallest hurricane, okay, the minimum requirement in the state of Florida for a house to be hurricane grade and to sustain the hurricane, the lowest level in all of state of Florida is 120 miles per hour. This home has a wind load of 74 miles per hour. So I can assure you that the smallest hurricane, your luxury shed will fly out of your backyard and probably damage the neighbor's property. Okay. In addition, our homes, 185 mile per hour wind loads. That's important because a lot of areas, especially near Miami, require 140, 150, or 160 mile per hour wind loads. The new code of Miami-Dade is now requiring 185. It went up from 180 to 185. Also, as you could see, the Amazon luxury shed only has a lifespan of 10 to 15 years, a sound insulation of less than 30 decibels. So you'll be able to hear your neighbors. You'll be able to hear, everybody that's outside, everything going on, traffic, etc. And so it's really made for storage. Okay, so these are some key differences. You have your financing. Let's talk about financing. This is why we're here. So it took us a lot of time to figure out exactly who we need to be working with and how it is that we have to develop our financing. The first most important thing was to understand what category do we fit in. So we are not container homes. Okay, that's very important because container homes are containers that are converted into homes. This is not what this is. This is steel modular. This is equivalent to a traditional build. So you've got, so we are not manufactured homes, and we're not prefabricated homes, with the exception of the Omni, which is almost completely prefabricated. So we are considered steel modular. Steel modular has been around for over 120 years. The only difference is that we're importing the steel. Why are we importing the steel? Why hasn't anyone done this? Why aren't people commonly building steel modular in the United States? One of the main answers is because steel in the United States is more expensive than concrete, is more expensive than wood. So why would you build with the most expensive material when you could build cheaper, right? In China, in places like Asia, steel is actually cheaper than wood. So we decided, wait a second, hold on. If there's a commodity overseas that is cheaper, we have to bring it in. Now, that's for now. We have Trump. We love Trump, but Trump went ahead and increased the tariffs by 20% in the last couple weeks. So we have that challenge to face, but it's okay because our price per square foot is still very aggressive. We purchased the steel at less than $50 a square foot, allowing us to bring these homes to you at a very affordable price. So, Eduardo, why don't you tell us a little bit about the financing and how these are financed?
Thank you, Ali. Thank you very much for being here with us today. Basically, the steel modulars Ellie's product. Okay, when Ellie initially came to us, we're a correspondent lender that has a very diverse lending platform. So we do residential, commercial. We fund correspondent loans ourselves on the conventional government side. As well as we have specialty products that deal with foreign national clients and commercial real estate. So when Ellie came to us and said, well, I need a product that will be able to allow our clients to be able not only to finance these as maybe as part of maybe being a primary residence or a second home or a vacation home, but also investors. We want to make sure that investors can take part of investing in these type of properties, but at the same time be able to leverage themselves, have competitive financing available, so that not only can they buy the existing products already built, but buy product that's not built already. So be able to get construction loans for these specific types of properties when they're trying to invest in Ellie's product. So over the course of the past year and a half, we've come up with a variety of different options, very competitive options, to allow for all these types of clients to leverage, to take part of and the availability of financing. Now, specifically, Ellie's product, it's very open to the types of loans that we're able to offer. So with Ellie, with the type of homes that he's talking about here, we're able to do a traditional conventional loan if you're going to purchase. We're able to do a government loan. We're able to do a portfolio product, an investment loan, if you're looking to rent the properties. And we're able to do the construction. So the steel modular part helps us as well, because of the type of build, the type of construction allows us to underwrite in an easier way. So the underwrite's a lot easier than what you would do when you get manufacturing homes, for example, or RVs. Well, RVs is a completely different story that we don't take a look at the company, but this is actually treated exactly like a single family home or a residential product. But it is very flexible, in terms of getting the insurance to be able to insure them with competitive premiums so that people can qualify. To get, a construction loan approved, to be able to get the investor, ongoing financing for their different types of projects. So it's an amazing product that allows us as a lender to be able to help borrowers in many different ways. So, that's basically what we've been able to do for Ellie, set ourselves up to be able to help the buyers leverage and take advantage of diversifying into many different types of properties. So that's basically.
All right, excellent.
There is a question, if I may, Ellie, is that okay if I ask a question?
Yeah, we'll do questions at the end. I do see the questions on the chat. If everyone could stay muted, because we're going to try to catch up with time. Yeah, so I'm going to go through the presentation, then we'll take all the questions at the end. And if I see your questions are relevant to what I'm touching upon, I'll get on it right away. So there was, so the concept about this is the speed of building, okay? The house you see here, the Omni, for example, we built this house in 4 hours. Okay, the entire house is completely prefabricated. We shipped 2 of these homes in one container, one 40-foot container. Okay, the idea is that when we bring it to the property, we pulled it out of we forklifted out of the container. It folds open, and we can build this on any foundation. So any foundation that is unleveled, we don't need to level the foundation, making this a huge advantage over traditional builds, because you're going to save about half the price on your foundation costs. In addition to that, you could build on uneven surfaces because we have steel screw pilings, that these steel screw pilings go into the ground, they level the house. And because the house is made of steel, it's lighter weight than concrete. It can be built, it can be tied down and attached to steel screw pilings. You also have the option to put it on a concrete pad, which we could level with blocks, and that's one option right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run into I'm going to show you here one moment, the 1 second here. I'm going to take a look, and you're going to see this is our stamp plans, okay, our certified certifications, which talk about our wood loads, floor loads, dead loads, all this information that's needed. And usually you would take this information to your local developer builder. We actually certify builders to build these homes, so we can work with your builder, certify them in just a few days, and then they'll learn how to build our product. But these are our steel screw pilings, so you have an idea what it looks like and how it would get tied down to the home. So back to the model itself. Now, in terms of shipping, we build, for example, this house here, the Omni. This is a good house that could be used for your backyard, Airbnbs. It could be, you could build a community out of them. We sell these starting for about $150,000 retail online. We sell them to developer at about half of that. So with volume discount pricing. And so the idea is that you take this house, place it in your backyard. It could be a guest house. It could be an AD or accessory dwelling unit. Sometimes you're allowed to have up to 40% of the size of your house in your backyard. It could be good for affordable housing, government housing, or even luxury Airbnbs. We have one of these on our farm. We did a quick study. We put it on Airbnb. We had about 25 bookings at over $200 a night. And so we saw that it works and people love it. Very little maintenance because everything is made of steel. There is no sheetrock in our homes. All of our walls are made of bamboo fiberboard. I'm going to get into that in a moment. And in order to ship and in order to produce these, we actually produce 2 of these every single day. And our new factory production is going to be increasing that to about 10 a day. So that's about 60 a month right now that we could produce of these. And shipping, we usually, by the time you place your order, the product will be shipped within 2 weeks, and it's 36 days on the water, sea freight from our factory, and then another day or 2 to get it trucked to your location. And we can truck these in any location. So you have the option of rooftop deck, flat roof, pitched roof. This is the dimensions of what it looks like. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house with kitchen. And when I talk about these homes, they come fully complete, ready to move in. The only thing you need to add are your movable furnitures like beds and sofas and TVs. So our floors are all made of SPC flooring, so it's all waterproof. Okay, we don't hold any. We don't have any no problems with leaks or buckling of laminated floors. Our walls, like I said, are all bamboo fiberboard. So when it comes to tenancy, there is little to no maintenance. It's very hard to get through bamboo fiberboard. And if it ever needs to be replaced, you could pop off that panel and replace it. You don't need to repaint the whole house, which is a huge benefit when it comes to, and cost saving when it comes to maintenance. The exterior walls are all made of steel. You've got your metal board, you've got your steel strapping, your steel framing, your metal conduits, and you've got more than a 1/4 inch of, again, this bamboo fiber board from the interior. And you have your PU foam that is in the walls that are giving you that insulation needed for winter and cold climates. We have this right now in Florida. We have them. They've been placed in cold climates like in Canada or New York, and they're made to sustain all the weather and all the conditions as well. This is an example of what the Omni looks like from the inside. Very sleek, very nice, very nice interior. We do have the option to upgrade the interiors using a license that we purchased from Sophia, and I'll get to that in a moment. The Aura series is our modular series that allows you to expand and go up to 3 stories. So this is more for multifamily projects and large luxury mansions and homes. The model I showed you earlier was the Eco 1. It's a single home that is a single modular unit. So each module is 8 feet by 20 feet. And it's 160 square feet. Now imagine that we can stack them, put them together, or stack them upwards or sideways. Okay. I'm gonna show you what the this model right here on the right is the Eco 2 PR. It is two modular units side by side. And when they are put together, you have 160 square feet times two, 320 square feet. You can actually view, you could see me going through this house on my YouTube channel. Go to PLAD Homes on YouTube, and you can watch all these models in live version. I'm just showing you the digital version. The Aura series is Eco 8, is 8 modules. So it's 8 times 160 square feet. We can always build in increments of 160 square feet. So Eco 40 is our biggest model yet. We're building this in Naples right now, which Eduardo and Kalb Advisors are financing. And the Eco 40 is a large size mansion. It can also be an 8-plex. It's a very large product. Just to give you a reference of idea, I sell this house to developers for under $1 million, and developers sell them to builders, and builders sell them to homeowners, and these $1 million homes end up going for about $2.5 million on the market. So there is a huge opportunity here for those that are in real estate to also sell land as pre-construction and benefit that way. Now, just to have a little walkthrough of one of our Eco 40 models. This is just the digital version. Since we are pulling permits right now at this location in Naples, we built a garage. And as you can see, the wall cladding could be any material. This area right here, I could put concrete. I could put a concrete cladding on my steel panels. I can have it glass. I can put wood paneling. I can even put stone. So in the case of we're building a synagogue in Bet Shemesh right now, it's actually arriving in the next few days. We already completely built it, and it's arriving. And we decided to put Jerusalem stone on the exterior. So the options are endless. All right. Now I'm going to keep going here. All right. 1 second. Okay. So these are some ideas of floor plans. Now these are the different modules I told you we'll put together. All the plumbing comes already done in the foundation. This is the foundation. So it's done in our factory. All the electrical is done in here. Oh, I'm missing that slide. Okay. The electrical is done in the roof. Now, when we're putting these modules together, the concept is these are the modules. We prepare the foundation. We put our 4 corner posts. So these are the corner posts right here. Okay. And they're attached and bolted. We don't do any welding, plumbing, or electrical on site because everything is already done at our factory. We just have to bolt it together. So if you just need a handyman, a basic handyman that can put these homes together with our video instructions, making this a very scalable product and keeping the affordability intact. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, we do have off-grid solutions. Gray water treatment. This Hydroloop system recycles your water. You get 80% back of your water treatment. And so it's a good way to recycle water. We also do have an Israeli technology. We have it at our farm. You can see it, that will convert the moisture in the air into drinkable water. To produce water from just having this machine outside in areas that are very moist. And it filters it as well. This is an amazing technology called Fuji Clean. It's a Japanese technology. We became a distributor for this company. It's a septic tank that holds. In the septic tank, we have the ability to create it's a self-sustainable wastewater treatment within it. And so what it does is it processes all the waste, and you could maintain it yourself every 3 years, and you can be in the middle of nowhere and utilize this technology. I just found out that there's certain areas in New York and in Tennessee that you cannot build because you don't have access to utilities. Or you cannot build because you can't go into the ground because of limestone or other rock area, and you cannot put these, and you cannot have a septic tank. These could sit above ground. So with this technology, you can now tap into markets where there are areas that people are dumping their land or giving them super cheap, or you can even increase your existing density. If in your area they told you, oh, you could only build 1 home because of these areas that have a problem with septic, well, now you can maximize your density and you can benefit from using all the square footage in your land. Now we also have solar panel systems with microgrids, all this fancy stuff. This is just a little side-by-side between our differences of our Omni and Aura. These are our C-top models. We partnered up with C-top Homes. C-top Homes has patented, and Aviel is one of our partners in this company. He has patented this technology to have a home sitting on a single pillar, great for areas that have been affected by a storm, unbuildable areas. You can literally create a Bali experience, you know, in your local, you know, ocean or area that you have, or even a lake. We could build these in the lake. So what we're doing in Naples is we're building one of these in the lake. So they can be built in any surfaces. It could even be built in wetlands, which again, another area that you can normally not build. So very unique product, a very unique experience. The future of this model is that the house will be able to elevate like an elevator, go upwards, go above the trees, and you will be able to have a view, a magnificent view of above the trees of the ocean, of wherever it is that you're looking at. Or if you were in Hollywood, in my area, you can see the Hard Rock Casino, the Guitar Hotel, and then the ability for it to rotate 360 degrees as well. I'm going to jump in right now into interior design, and I'm going to wrap up in just a few minutes so we can take questions. We purchased a license from a company named Sofia. This company started in 1981, started off in France, rapidly grew to their operations and opened their stores globally, rapidly into 23 countries. Sofia is a company that is now holding 3 million square feet of manufacturing space. And what happened, and the reason why I partnered up with Sofia and we bought the license for the United States is because it was very important to me to be able to cater to developments. There were a lot of developers that were telling me, I want a custom house. I want a custom interior. I want high-end luxury. So we went ahead and we said, who are the guys making the stores for Louis Vuitton, for Fendi, for all those? Who's building those big high rises in New York City and internationally in Qatar, in Dubai, etc. And we discovered that Sofia was the company, originally by the name of Sogal in France. So we went ahead and teamed up with them, and I'll show you right now. So you can go visit their website at global.sofia.com. I'll post that in the chat, and I'm also going to post our website in the chat. But Sofia, basically, we could provide custom furnishing at more affordable than IKEA and extremely high end. So you have the option to visit their virtual showroom, and then you can see right here, you can click the whole house designs. You've got a plentiful of different designs, and we provide everything. So for example, when you decide to choose, let's say the Camel series, we would build your bedroom like this. You would have, even if you want the clothing included in the hangers, we got that. The chairs, the everything you see here, from the lighting to the flooring, everything you see here is included. All we need to do is get your floor plans. We have an amazing technology. I'm going to show you right now.
Scan.
So we have the ability for now to go into our if you take a look at this, we have a software that one of our designers could meet you at your location. You hit scan your room, and this is me scanning my office, and I'm literally just scanning the office, and the entire area and surface is being scanned and turned into a 3D and 2D floor plan. Okay, so this is again LiDAR technology, some pretty amazing technology that we purchased and also created and customized and did a bunch of things so that we can go ahead and work with designers to build your multifamily projects. And then when it's done, when the product is done, this is just a sample I did in my office. You get a floor plan delivered to you with an instance. You get a 3D floor plan, and as you see, you can even have a walkthrough and literally have your entire space in 3D. And our designers take this, integrate what you've chosen in Sofia, and create your dream project. So back to finishing our slide. So we offer basic floor plans. We do 3D renderings. We have an engineering department we can provide all the plans to you to give to your contractor and deliver it. And then here are some projects. This is our project at the farm, where we have 2 of our Omnis for showcasing. On the bottom right corner, you can see the live version of what it looks like in the interior, how we designed it. We're also building in Naples. We're going to be doing a large showroom in Naples and selling some homes over there, where we're going to be displaying everything from our C-top to Eco to Aura units on 7.7 acres. So that concludes my presentation.